In the blistering heat, it doesn't take long for Vincenzo to start sweating. And the X-Bionic clothing is also working hard. Here's what's happening. X-Bionic's researchers have developed a unique fabric that uses several techniques to keep an athlete cool. Rather than simply wick the sweat away from the skin, the X-Bionic fabric traps sweat in microducts. As the sweat travels through the ducts, it absorbs excess body heat and evaporates on the warm outer surface, releasing the excess heat away from the body. Some of this moisture condenses and is absorbed back into the skin in a cooler state. And panels of microducts are built in where the body produces the most sweat: the chest, armpits, and back. These panels help channel the remaining moisture and evaporation over a wider surface area on the skin, providing maximum cooling effects.
We see quite well how the garment is functioning. We have the production here in the middle of the chest that is the highest. It will be then wicked laterally, and so it can evaporate on the whole part of the chest. If we can double the area that would be wet, we would also have the double cooling.
Another X-Bionic innovation that improves performance is compression. A lot of workout gear uses compression to stabilize muscles. But they overdo it. The typical all-over squeezing of compression garments inhibits circulation, restricting cooling and oxygen flow to the muscles.
The normal compression is you got the clothing and this compress the skin. They squeeze the whole blood out of the capillaries, and so it can't cool anymore.
X-Bionic solved this problem by spacing out the compression and aligning it with the body's blood vessels. This keeps the muscle stabilizing effects of compression while improving blood circulation through the capillaries. This helps the cooling process, reduces injuries, and increases fresh oxygen flow to the muscles, improving performance.
You can just keep going and going and going.
Yes, I could. Yes. As an ultra triathlete, concentrating on long distance, it's very important to have technological clothing, to have ideal temperature inside the body.
Even if he ran an entire marathon in this 125-degree oven, Vincenzo could maintain a core body temperature below 99 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 centigrade. That's because the X-Bionic clothing works with his body's evolutionary cooling systems, not against them. But for an ultra triathlete like Vincenzo, a run like this is a walk in the park. He wants more. So we put him on a bike in a scientifically controlled downpour. In cold, wet conditions, the same channels that pump warm air away from the body in the blistering heat work like insulation. These microchannels trap warm air near the body. While exerting, the air warmed by the body is pumped out of the channels like a bellows. And this insulation keeps working when the workout is over. As soon as exertion slows or stops, the warm air is trapped against the body. X-Bionic's design keeps the body warm, reducing the energy loss due to shivering, and lowers the risk of muscle strains or tears after exercise.
I feel a lot of benefits wearing these clothes.
So X-Bionic gear works for an incredible endurance athlete under any weather conditions. But can it make a difference for an incredibly average athlete? After cooling down and rehydrating, John enters the climate chamber again, but this time he's wearing X-Bionic gear. And the difference is quickly apparent.
Doesn't feel nearly as hot.
In the regular gear, his core body temperature shot up to 104 degrees. He used over 97% of his energy just trying to keep cool and failed. But in the same brain-melting 125-degree heat, John's core temperature never climbs above 100 degrees, allowing him to use his energy for performance. An amazing difference, created simply by wearing the cutting-edge clothing engineered by X-Bionic.
My body was much cooler. All of my sweat stays on me so that my core body temperature stayed very low.
So whether you're a world-class endurance athlete or a thoroughly average athlete, your performance can be improved if you wear a technology like X-Bionic. Clothing that can turn sweat into energy.